Hello, sweetheart. I'm going to read you a beautiful story so you can feel warm and cozy under your blankets. If you want, you can set your phone or tablet aside and let your imagination spark to life. The Little Windmill on Daisy Hill. On the top of a small hill covered in white and yellow daisies stood a little wooden windmill. It wasn't big or grand. Its blades were short and round, its paint was faded from sunshine, and a few tiny daisies always grew along its base no matter the season. People called it the Little Windmill of Daisy Hill, and although it didn't grind grain anymore or make flour like it used to many years ago, it still had a very important job. It brought calm to the valley. Whenever the windmill slowly turned, even if only one blade moved, the entire valley seemed to breathe with it, slowly, gently, peacefully. At the foot of Daisy Hill lived a quiet boy named Theo. Theo had curly hair, soft brown eyes, and a warm smile that appeared most when he was somewhere peaceful, and the windmill was his favorite peaceful place of blot. Every morning, after he ate his breakfast, Theo would walk in Daisy Hill. He would take slow steps through the soft grass, listening to the buzz of lazy bees drifting between flowers. Butterflies floated around him like colorful confetti, and always the little windmill stood at the top, waiting for him. One bright day, Theo climbed the hill as usual. The daisies nodded in the breeze, birds chirped gentle melodies from the branches of nearby oak trees, and the sky was painted with soft, fluffy clouds drifting slowly across the blue. But when Theo reached the top, he noticed something different. The windmill was still, completely still. No breeze tugged at the blades, no soft creak of wood, no gentle turning that soothed the valley. Theo stepped closer and placed his hand on the wooden frame. "Are you tired today?" he asked softly, as though the windmill could hear him. Of course, it didn't answer, but Theo felt a quiet sadness in the stillness. The windmill wasn't broken. It was simply waiting for something gentle, something kind. Theo sat down on a smooth rock beside it. He rested his hands on his knees and looked out at the valley below. From this height, he could see everything: the little cottages with their warm chimneys, the sheep grazing slowly in the fields, the brook sparkling in the sun as it wound its way through the grass. The world felt peaceful, but the stillness of the windmill made it feel a little incomplete. Theo thought for a moment. Then he had an idea. He stood up, took a deep breath, and began blowing tiny puffs of air toward the windmill blades. Puff, puff, puff. Nothing happened. The windmill remained still. Theo giggled softly. "I guess I'll need a bigger breath," he whispered. He tried again, this time taking in a long, deep breath. "Ooh," and exhaled gently. The blade wiggled just a tiny bit. Theo's eyes widened with hope. He blew again, longer and softer this time. One blade turned, then another. Then slowly, gently, the whole windmill began to rotate. It wasn't fast, it wasn't strong, but it moved, peacefully and quietly, just like it used to. Theo smiled proudly. He sat down once more and watched the blades spin at their calm, sleepy pace. The air around him felt warmer. The daisies seemed to sway in a little dance. Even the birds quieted, as if they were listening to the soft turning. Theo lay back on the grass, folding his hands behind his head. The clouds above drifted slowly, changing shapes like gentle daydreams. One looked like a giant pillow, another like a soft kitten, another like the windmill itself, turning faintly in the sky. As Theo watched the clouds, he breathed in the sweet scent of daisies. He heard the soft hum of bees. He felt the warm sun on his cheeks, and he listened to the slow, steady rhythm of the windmill turning. Creak, swish, creak, swish. The sound wrapped around him like a cozy blanket. After a while, Theo felt his eyes growing heavy. His arms relaxed. His breathing slowed. The world around him softened. He felt safe, warm, comforted by the steady turning of the little windmill he loved so much. The windmill continued spinning, slow and peaceful, as if keeping watch over him, and on Daisy Hill, under the soft afternoon sky, Theo drifted into a gentle nap while the valley breathed calmly around him. Good night, sweetheart.